Regina, and this is a weekly card reading. And let's get into the cards right away. I have three pulled already, and they look like this. Remember, these are drawings. On these cards are done by kids. So it's super exciting, I think. These are cards, and let's start one by one. The first card is this. It's a fire god. The name of the card, or the fire god, is Labyrinthes, and fire god is responsible for everything fire related. And when we think of fire, it has sort of two sides. One is the positive one, where fire is helpful and needed, and the other side is a negative side, or seemingly negative, where fire creates damage when it burns everything down, especially when it's unwanted. With this card comes the message of looking deeper into ourselves, our character, our patterns, themes in our life, and in our situations. Look deeper and evaluate or reevaluate. What is it that we need to let go of, and in this case, let burn and leave behind? And what is it that we need to light up? With the idea of start to start going. Maybe it's some project that's been sort of in the idea form and we haven't given it life yet, and that would be one of the examples of something that we'd need to light up, or we'd be suggested with this card to light up. Card number 2. The name of this card is Mytilus, and Mytilus is son of God, one of the sons of God. He's god of astronomy, prophecy, and abundance. Mytilus comes to people at the end of summer. All year long, people have been working hard on growing food for themselves, food for the animals, and symbolically, people have been working on other kinds of things, of projects, of any kind, and they've been working and working and working, and then the time comes when the fruits of their work are being harvested, and the legend says that by the time that Mytilus comes, all of that harvest has to be under the roof. And then Mytilus, once it comes, walks around and checks if work is done properly, and then rewards people accordingly. Well, it's not like Mytilus is giving now to people something, but it's kind of like one of those things. What you put into something, you get out. It's not necessarily the same thing, but the work, the energy, the time you put in, you receive back something. Depends on what you're working on. And so this card, the message of this card is to keep going, keep working first, be clear what you are working towards, and then put time and energy and effort in. I don't want to say word hard because it can be kind of misinterpreted. Hard work doesn't necessarily mean like sweating and really like working from, I don't know, 12, 14 hours a day. Um, that's not necessarily always the case. With work here, it's meant like, whatever that goal of ours is. And first we gotta know what exactly that goal is, and then work towards achieving that goal. Take those steps, whatever those steps in each situation are, and keep in mind that the more focused we are on this, and the more we work on it, and the more often and more time, more effort we put into it, then sooner or later that time comes when we get to harvest the fruits of our work, that we get rewarded for that energy, time, and everything that we've put into. And it really depends on the situation, whether it comes sooner or later. So, yeah. This card also reminds that there is time for work, whatever shape, form the work is, or the work takes. And then there is time for rest, just to keep that balance. And sometimes that balance means within one day work and rest, and sometimes it means maybe you are putting effort and work and energy into something for like the whole week or the whole month, or even longer, and then it's okay if you do that, as long as you also at the end of it take some break, take some rest, recharge. And the third card is thunder. Thunder is believed to be one of the oldest gods in Latvian folklore and one of the most important deities. In Latvian mythology, thunder is documented as the god of not just thunder, but rain and mountains and oak trees and the sky. He's the one who protects everyone from negative forces. And thunder has helpers, lightning and sword. The message with thunder is here to tell that it's time to shake things up. That something has gotten into routine and it's time to get out of it. Some aspect of our lives, or more than just one, maybe several aspects of our lives. Time to spark up some aspect or all in our lives. Do something different, make some changes, change something for better, start something new, and do something that you've always wanted to do but haven't done yet. Remember, if you've already felt like making changes but haven't made them yet and are procrastinating, the longer we procrastinate, the more chances are that by some force from the outside, we're going to be forced to make those changes. And those usually are the changes that come with a bigger price to pay than the changes that we start ourselves, that we initiate. We have more control over the changes that we make when we make them. And we have those changes kind of forced upon us, where we can't do anything other than we have to change. We have no other choice. Then we don't have that much control over those changes to start with, like right when they happen. They usually kind of hit us unexpectedly. So, yeah, the message of this card is to work on changes, shake things up, start something new, change something. So that's it for this week. This week, a very sort of grounding energy that came with all the cards. And so, yeah, I wish you best of success with implementing the messages of the cards this week. And I'll see you next Monday with new week's card reading.